Hello everyone, Nabil Qureshi with Creed 26 Ministries. Welcome back to our series titled Islam 101, the basics of Islam. In this video we're going to talk about Sharia. Now Sharia is a hot button issue and there are a lot of misconceptions floating around about it, and so I hope to clarify some of these things. I'm not going to be talking a lot about what Sharia teaches. Rather, I'm going to be talking about what Sharia is, so that you can have a better understanding of the basics. Now the word Sharia refers to Islamic law, but literally the term means path to water, implying the way a Muslim should live his life. It talks about commerce, it talks about marriage and civil law, it talks about the way warfare should be waged, and so Sharia refers to pretty much everything that a Muslim will do in his or her life. One thing to get right off the bat is that Sharia is not a book. You can't go to a book and get Sharia. It doesn't work like that. Sharia is more a system of Islamic jurisprudence. Now, there are principles used, these are called usul al-fiqh, in order to come up with certain decisions and decrees known as fatawa or fatwas. Let's drill down into that just a little bit. There are three components of Sharia. The first and most important is the Quran, the second is the Hadith and the Sunnah, and the third is the ijma, or the consensus of the ulama, the learned Muslim scholars. If you ask someone else, they might say that there's a fourth component, which is known as qiyas, or reasoning by analogy. Those components of Sharia are used in that order of primacy in order to determine what Islamic law says about a certain situation or scenario. Deciding exactly what Sharia says about a certain situation is called ijtihad, or decision-making. And the people who make those decisions, often muftis, are using the Quran or the Hadith to clarify what should happen or what should be done in a certain situation. For example, if a wealthy person dies, exactly how his inheritance should be divided amongst his offspring is a process of ijtihad dependent upon what the Quran says and what the Sunnah and Ahadith say. If a person is confused as to what to do in a certain situation or scenario, he will go to a mufti or some other mujtahid for a decision, a fatwa. At least for Sunnis, these decisions are non-binding. They don't have to do what the mufti says. They can go to somebody else and receive a different opinion. Note for disambiguation, fatwa does not always mean death threat. It can, but it's a very small percentage of how the word fatwa is used. Fatwa refers to any and all decisions made by someone who is engaged in the process of ijtihad. Now, one last thing to note while we talk about Sharia is that there are many sects of Islam, there are many schools of thought, many movements which get people to interpret Islamic law differently. And so we can't expect all Muslims to see Sharia in the same way. There are large degrees of overlap. For example, the four schools of Sunni Islamic thought all agree that an apostate, or someone who leaves Islam, should be killed, at least under certain circumstances. But you will also have disagreement. For example, should a female apostate be killed? Or should a male apostate be killed right away? Or should he be given time to repent, etc.? These little details are different among schools of thought. Now there's so much more to talk about in regards to Sharia. Details, more examples, current events, historical uses of Sharia. But we can't cover that in Islam 101. This is just the basics. And so it's my prayer that this video has helped enlighten for you exactly what Sharia is, how complex it is, the process of decision-making, and various terms that might be confusing. I hope that you'll come back again to learn more about the origins of Islam and Christianity. As always, take a look at the references in the description section of this video to learn more, and please leave feedback. I want to know how I can shape these videos to help you out more. These are for your use, and so I hope these are beneficial to you. If not, let me know how I can change them. I will be doing more on Sharia in the future, but not in this Islam 101 series. The next video in this series is going to talk about sects and denominations within Islam. So please come back. I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon. God bless you all.